which is the best adventure bike. Let's take a look here, see what we got. What is the ideal adventure bike? Could it be the BMW R1200 GSA? Mighty fine bike, capable of going almost anywhere. Or is it? Or could it be a 12-year-old Honda CRF 230F with 230 cc's? Well, we shall see. Today we will be riding the Honda. Let's see how the adventure goes.
Well, guys, I see that you probably figured it out by now, that my adventure bike of the day is the CRF 230. We'll see how she does. We're just leaving the campground. Our group is, this is going to be like a beginner intermediate group ride. Lonny from the KLR Dash is our group leader. We'll be going east from the Ponderosa campground down to Mount Carmel Junction. Then we'll go south to the Glendale Mesa. Then we'll turn east a bit and then south. And we'll go south. We'll be on, forest road type riding, dirt, gravel. We'll go south until we cross the highway that goes to Lake Powell, and then we'll continue south from there and come into the highway that goes from Fredonia to Jacobs Lake. And we should, our turnaround should be Jacobs Lake, so we'll have fuel stop there, maybe a bite to eat, who knows. And then we'll probably come back highway through Fredonia Canab from there, so it should be a fun little ride. Just kind of like a medium-sized group, not a real super huge, but not just a 4 to 6 small, so it should be good. We probably got, I'm guessing, all kinds of riders. We got all kinds of bikes. We got KLRs, we got Africa Twins. Just talking to a guy from California, had a Honda XR 650R that he had just completely rebuilt. That thing looks brand spanking new, and he's done such a beautiful job on it. Actually had front forks off a CRF 450, and they were all revalved and lowered by Race Tech, so he has a little bit different ergonomics, geometry on the front end of that bike. It makes it a little quicker to handle. Anyway, that is he has the like some really cool looking Baja lights on the front. Everything's just done meticulously perfect job. And I told him, I said, man, I would love to have a bike just like that. It was nice. The only thing I wouldn't really care for is the big old kicker on that 650. You got to know how to cycle that motor over a few times and then get it on the top dead center for that one good kick, and then she starts supposedly every time. But that's the only thing that would be hard for me is as you get older, you lose that little ability to be able to like exert really hard, you know. So anyway, that's my story. I'm excited. I'm going to have a wonderful ride today. I'm riding with my two sons, Chris and James. This is our second day of riding. We came down a day early and actually rode yesterday, so it's going to be a good ride. I rode the big old GS yesterday on some dirt roads. It had a little bit of loose gravel. It had a little bit of ruts and dust and little loosey-goosey sands where you have to stand up and stuff. But it was no problem. Luckily, I made it through that all right. We had a good day. I've met a lot of nice people here and continue to meet more people. You know, it's a good group and it's a good event. So that being said, guys, I'll catch you up the road a bit. Well, we made it a few miles up to Glendale and then turned east from there, and we're going to hit some dirt. Looks like a bit dusty today, but I'm going to have to pull back a bit so I can see, I guess. So. Looks like a pretty good road. We'll head up the road a piece and talk to you in a bit.
So if you look in there, you'll see like the zip type connectors or ATM connectors.
What do we have under the seat? Do we have the battery under the seat?
Well, it's I'll show you guys later, but I put
Wow, this is quite a scenic little area. We finally pulled over, took a little pit stop there, a little rest, and heading out again. I'm so excited because I finally get a chance to ride the new bike, the CRF 230. So it's feeling pretty good. The power is so smooth, and it's a little soft on the suspension with my weight, because I'm sure the springs are too light for me. But we may want to do some suspension work on this bike. But anyway, I had quite a treat there. Earlier when they stopped for gas fuel stop there at Mount Carmel Junction, I visited with a couple. Anyway, come to find out, they are from they live in the same town that we live in, and so when we got to the rest stop here, then we were able to visit more. And then anyway, had a really good visit, and come to find out, Nick and his wife Jessica, they're on an older KLR riding 2-up, and he has a new YZ 250 FX, and he loves to ride single track. So I'm excited because I've never really found anyone in my town that likes to ride single track. There are guys that are, you know, straight dirt bike guys that do the desert races and the sand dunes and all that stuff, and the fast riding, but not the more trail single track. So I'm excited to you know, have a new friend there. I think we'll get together for sure and be able to go do some of those single tracks. He's been on every trail that I know around there, and he's also ridden for a lot of years, so he's ridden a lot of the Moab many times, so very knowledgeable about that. So I'm excited about that. Anyway, this is kind of some pretty country through here. I've never been through here before. We're you know, a bit east of the Highway 89, and we're going south, and we'll just continue south down through this area till we eventually we'll get down and cross that highway that goes to Lake Powell. So it'll be, you know, quite a bit of distance yet till we get there, but anyway, pretty smooth riding. We're having a good time, good people, and we'll talk to you all in a bit. It's a beautiful little valley we've been going through here. There's a lot of little ranches along the side there, cattle ranches, and I noticed a few like well houses where they probably have a well for their drinking water down through here. But anyway, it's beautiful, the old red rock country. We're making pretty good progress. Looking on the GPS, looks like we're probably only maybe a mile or so from the highway that goes to Lake Powell. So we're still, you know, quite a bit east of Kanab, and we'll cross that highway. So anyway, we're just moseying along, enjoying our day.
He makes funny sayings and messages and palm trees and smiley faces.
That's awesome.
I was wondering if anyone...
Did you see it?
His initials are KC. So every time you see KC, I gotta be...
That almost looks like Moab in the distance there, but it isn't. We're out kind of in the middle of nowhere, and headed up onto the
more there than you have to...
Kaibab Plateau.
Yeah, I just caught one or two as I was going.
Well, we made it to the highway that goes to Page, and we were on the highway eastbound for about 30 miles. So, but it went by really fast. I can't believe we went that long on the road. I actually took this bike up as fast as like 85 on the speedometer. But it's you know, it's geared down a tooth in the front, so I'm up 2 in the rear, and I haven't done the calculation on it. This speedometer reads off the transmission, so but I know I got it. That would have to have been at least 70, 75, maybe 77. So it'll go pretty good. It's smooth. I got down to 1 bar of gasoline. Because we didn't refuel Mount Carmel, because we did last night, and then we went into the Ponderosa and back, so that, 15 in, 15 out, that's 30 miles we already had on the odometer. So probably should have fueled up and didn't, but whatever. I had my Rotopacks, dumped it in. Chris was on reserve on the CRF 230, and it was full when we left the Ponderosa. So this probably gets better economy than the little 230. But supposedly it's about somewhere around 40 miles from here to Jacobs Lake. So I think we should make that easily, both of us, on that gallon that we each put in. So I think we'll be good. Looks like we got a Jeep here. He's going to wait for us, let us by. That's nice. Now this couple right in front of me here, I haven't had a chance to really visit with them much, but they are, I noticed they have the Nevada plates. I haven't found out where they live, but they're also IT people. It's interesting. It seems like to me that I've met a lot of IT people that do the right bikes and stuff. I don't know why. Maybe that's a healthy mix to go do your nerdy work and then and then get on the bike to do your dirty work. So you got your nerdy work and your dirty work. So, but anyway, I just overheard them talking a bit, and then it seemed like really nice people. Okay, everybody here has been. Everybody's accommodating and polite and nice. So, gosh, I forgot to make a mental note of what this road is called. So, oh well. Doesn't really matter. But we'll head on up this canyon, and I know that as we get up here, we're going to be gaining the elevation, and we'll get up onto that Kayabab Plateau, and we'll actually we'll go through some Quakies and pines. And it'll be much cooler up there. And then up at Jacobs Lake, they have a nice little restaurant there. It has its own bakery and everything. They make a lot of cookies and stuff like that. They're kind of really special, nice, state-of-the-art fancy cookies. But I'm liking the little CRF 250. It needs suspension for me, you know, or well, for anyone for that matter. But if it was sprung properly and a little more the correct valving, you know, then it'd be a lot better to ride. But as long as you're going slow, you're okay. Going slow, it doesn't matter that much. It's pretty forgiving. It's not that heavy, you know. Smooth power. All in all, I think I'd give it a plus, you know. So we'll keep heading up there and get up on the road of peace. And when I get to those higher elevations, maybe somewhere between here and the Jacobs Lake, we'll turn the camera back on and let you see what that looks like. So see you then.
Here we are at the California Condor sighting area. It says their wingspan is 9.5 feet. They live up on these Vermilion cliffs here. Did you look through the...
Yeah, there were some birds flying around.
You can see the birds flying up above on the cliff?
Yeah.
Clear, way up high there, huh?
Yeah, just above the...
Are they just above the top of the cliff?
Yeah, the highest point.
I see. Cool. They said they just released 2 more young ones last week, so they might be hanging around here. So we'll take a look through the spyglass and tell you what we see.
Well, we're headed straight south, and we're almost down to the Highway 89A east of Jacobs Lake. So anyway, this is a fast little road we're on here. I've been going like 50, 55, and I was just thinking, you know, The CRF 250, this is perfect for this old bike. I'll give it a 9 out of a 10. Why not? It's awesome. I love this bike. Yeah, I'm thinking like we might do some little suspension work on here and then go from there. Main thing is we need to ride it, get it broke in, and put some miles on it. So very comfortable. I really like it. That's all I can say. Well, we're on top of the Kaibab Plateau. We're almost to the Jacobs Lake. James ran out of gas on the little CRF 230, so we just had to have him switch it on to reserve. So he should be. Let's see. There we go. He should be all right. So. Got the Garmin loading up there, so anyway, we'll head out. Yeah, he's on reserve, so it'll make it. You know, I think the CRF 230 and this little 250, they have both have a 2-gallon tank. The 250 here is fuel injected, so it's a little throttle miser. You know, it'll get very good fuel mileage, whereas the 230, you know, it's going to burn some fuel. So, but they're both good. Yeah, we enjoy them both. Yeah, this is a pretty good place to get a bite to eat. And they actually have a bakery here. They make a lot of like designer pastries and cookies and stuff. So oh my heavens. Looks like we've got a few people there. Maybe they're gonna we'll get fast gas first. We'll get old Jamesy filled up. Maybe the KLR will probably be alright. And that's my story.
Made it.
Good ride? Yeah, James almost made it. He just had to switch on reserve right there. Well, as you guys can see by now, I'm not on the CRF 250L anymore. I'm actually on the old KLR. So for the last 15 miles I got to ride the KLR, and that was okay with me because it's got the KLR's got a big white seat concept seat on it, you know, pretty comfy. So I kind of enjoyed that. But I guess I ended up riding the new little 250 most of the day. I rode the old 230 on the first part of the trip, and then the 250 in the middle, and then I ended up riding the old KLR from Mount Carmel Junction on this way. So anyway, it was all good. They're all good bikes. They all got their own little personalities. I'm glad I got on the KLR. I actually noticed that let's see, what is I think I can go down this. The clutch lever is a little bit too tight. I gotta loosen that up. And then the right, the rear brake is got a little bit too much free play, so I need to tighten that up. So we'll see if we can do that when we get back to camp here. Anyway, here we are. Home sweet home. It's nice to be back. That was a nice ride. We had a good time today. Here's our little campground right here. Just got our hammocks hanging there and tent. We'll pull just behind the trailer here and we'll be good. There's the old Beamer ready to go. I might be riding that Beamer tomorrow. We'll see. So, thank you KLR. Thank you CRF 230. And thank you CRF 250. Yeah, we had a great time. I still don't know which is the best of adventure bike, so I think they're all good. Anyway, good day.